Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. One of my first ever true wireless sport earbud reviews was the one of the Sony WF-SP700Ns. I liked them pretty much back then, but a lot had happened since. Apart from losing a lot of weight apparently, I tried and used and reviewed quite a few of the best earbuds in the last year or so, but ever since the WF-1000XM3s came out, I was waiting for Sony to upgrade the SP700N with a few features of the 1000XM3. And the new WF-SP800N is exactly what I had hoped for. It's an almost perfect mix of the two earbuds. Interested yet? Let's see the details now. Starting with the design, one thing was obvious at first sight. The SP800 looks like the SP700 and the 1000XM3 had a baby together. And probably I'm not that far from the truth, as loads of the internals and design elements are coming from the 1000XM3, while Sony kept the ARC support and the weatherproofing of the SP700. The buds are not the smallest and the lightest, but they are still small and lightweight enough to sit securely in your ears during a workout or a run. It took me some trial and error before I found the right combination of the hybrid silicone rubber ear tips and ARC supporters, but I can say that the fit is tight and the earbuds stay in your ears even when you are pushing it hard or when you are upside down. The SP800s are also really comfortable to wear. I felt no pressure built up during longer training sessions. The build quality is good, mostly plastic though, but it's the kind of good looking plastic if there is such a thing. And the earbuds are IP55 rated, which means they are splash, sweat and dust resistant. The battery case is on the larger side, but it is well built and feels like it's going to last. The lid opens and closes firmly, and the magnets which are holding the earbuds inside are strong, providing a nice pull and keeping the buds securely in place. Comparing this to the 700's flimsy, cheaper looking case, this battery case is a big jump in terms of quality and design. And there is a big jump in battery life as well. The SP800s can last up to 9 hours with noise cancelling on and up to 13 hours without ANC. The case can double the battery life as it carries an extra 9 or 13 hours worth of charge. That's like 3 or 4 times more in total than that of the SP700s and right up there with other high-end sport earbuds on the market. Sony finally retired the micro USB port and put a USB-C port on the case, which gives you a quick charging option as well. Sony has also improved the active noise cancelling. It's still not as good as similar features on over-ear headphones, but it cancels out traffic noise and gym noise effectively. If you don't feel safe when walking or running outside with traffic around you, you can always turn on the ambient sound mode manually, and the SP800 has an adaptive ambient sound control function as well, which can adjust settings according to where you are and what you do, and it can even automatically learn a few favorite spots of yours, or you can manually register your usual spots like your gym or your favorite track in the app. What the active noise cancelling cannot do, however, is dealing with wind noise. Since the earbuds stick out of your ears, they pick up a lot of wind noise and seemingly there is no algorithm to fight it. I like the quick attention function, which allows you to have a quick conversation with someone without having to take the earphones out of your ears. You just tap and hold the left earbud and you can instantly hear if someone talks to you. And as you can see, the SP800 uses touch controls on both earbuds and they work well most of the time with a few caveats. First, there are 4 different kinds of controls including volume, tracks, ambient sound and voice assistant controls. But you only have 2 buttons and you can only assign 2 functions to them at the same time. And it means that you have to sacrifice the other 2. By default, it's playback controls on the right earbud and ambient sound controls on the left. But in this case, you don't have volume controls. And the minute you say no to the ambient sound controls and switch to volume controls instead, you lose the option to have the quick attention function too. If you want to keep both the volume and the ambient sound controls, then obviously you will lose control over your tracks and playback, not mentioning the Google Assistant, Amazon Alexa or Siri support, which in this case you don't have access to. Of course, phone call controls are always there regardless of your settings. I know it is still more customization than what most other apps will allow you to do, but still I believe Sony could have done a better job with the touch controls layout. I also kept touching the button accidentally when taking out the right earbud and putting it back into my ear, which either stops or starts playing music depending on your settings, and that's anything but a smooth experience. But at least watching videos is a smooth experience thanks to the Bluetooth 5.0 version on board. There is no lag when watching Netflix or YouTube. Sony chose to include SBC and AAC codecs only, and that's fine. I believe it's time for me to stop complaining about the omission of the aptX codec every single time when it comes to true wireless earbuds. The connection is generally strong, I experienced no dropouts. Phone call quality is also great or even outstanding with low noise levels and easy to understand voices. Unfortunately, you still cannot connect to two devices simultaneously, but you can use one earbud at a time for phone calls and music playback as well, and it switches from mono to stereo automatically if you turn on the other earbud without interrupting the phone call or the music playback. The SP800Ns are compatible with the Sony Headphones app, which is still one of the best on the market. It's full of features and customizing options. You can set up and fine-tune the different ambient modes, play with EQ presets, or create your own custom EQ settings if you want the earbuds to match your musical taste a bit better, but more about that in a minute. You can also customize the 360 reality audio setup, which means that the software takes photos of your ears to optimize the sound of the earbuds. Software updates are available through the app, and you have more setting options as well. For one, you can customize the touch control functions on each earbud, but as I already mentioned, it's a bit of a mixed bag. But there are other features too. For example, you can turn off the automatic pause function if you don't want your music to stop automatically every time you take one of the buds out of your ear. You can also set up whether you want the earphones to turn off automatically after a while or not. The app also displays the battery status of both the earbuds and the case. It's a great app with loads of features. You could hardly ask for anything more. And now let's talk about the sound quality. The sound signature of the SP800 is very bass heavy out of the box, but you can easily dial it in to match your personal taste using the EQ feature in the Headphones app. As I found the bass too much, I added some extra boost to the mids and highs, and the sound became more open and enjoyable to me. It's still not as balanced and detailed as the WF-1000XM3, but it's way better than the SP700s, and it does a really great job in terms of delivering an energetic sound during your workouts. What surprised me the most was that I was listening to music using the SP800Ns a lot casually as well. That's probably due to the combination of their comfort and the good enough sound quality. The highs are smooth without hard edges, however the sound could use a bit more spark and air, but at least it's not fatiguing to listen to the earbuds for longer periods of time. The SP800Ns are compatible with Sony's 360 reality audio technology, which is also supported by Tidal, which is my go-to music streaming service, and I played a lot with it to figure out whether this 360 sound is any good or just a gimmick. What I was doing was listening to certain songs remastered in this new 360 format and in their original version using the earbuds, and then I also listened to the same songs on my main stereo rig to have a reference of what the songs should actually sound like. I went through a lot of songs from different genres, from acoustic to classic rock to EDM, but I found that this 360 thing did not work for me at all. It made everything sound distant and unnatural. I felt disconnected from the music, which also lost a lot of energy and liveliness. Real instruments and voices sounded unnatural, and the whole presentation kind of fell apart. Switching back to the original masters, music immediately became more coherent, true to life and full of energy. The 360 reality audio probably works better with larger headphones, where actually more space can be created in and around your ears, so I do not write down the technology based on this one experience, but I believe it doesn't really work on the SP800Ns. Not for me anyway. But this 360 gimmick aside, the Sony WF-SP800N packs an awful lot of useful features such as customizable active noise cancelling, customizable touch controls, great battery life, and the earbuds can also sound very good thanks to the custom EQ settings in the app. If you like their bass-heavy sound, then you don't even have to play with the EQ, as the SP800Ns deliver a lot of bass by default. These buds are comfortable to wear, and the fit is tight and secure for workouts and running. It's a big leap in terms of sound quality, battery life and active noise cancelling compared to the SP700, so it definitely is a worthy upgrade. There are plenty other sporty earbuds out there, and the Sony can match or even beat most of them, but I do a separate video to find out whether it can dethrone the Jaybird Vista and replace it as my reference true wireless sport earbuds, so stay tuned for that. But this is it for now. I hope you liked this video, or at least you found it interesting. If you did so, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Let me know what earbuds you use in the gym and why in the comments below. Thanks for watching, see you next time.